he didn't want to force me because he's that guy. He's a professional athlete, football player, coach. He didn't want to be the guy to be like, you're doing this, they're doing football. So I really had to discover it for myself.
Yeah. How did you get into football? I'm jumping right into football.
No, I like it.
I'm jumping right into
I like
football.
it. No, I like it. Honestly, this is a crazy story, actually. Funny you bring that up. So growing up, my dad wouldn't let us play tackle football. So I was a soccer player first. Played up until 8th grade, soccer. Basketball player.
Nobody knows who your dad is yet.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So this is going to be kind of wild when it comes out of who your dad is. So your dad would not let you play tackle football.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I played every other sport. I played flag football forever. And then 8th grade came around, and that's when I started playing my first year of tackle football. And so what happened was 8th grade I played tackle football. I talked my brother into playing tackle football. He was who was in the grade underneath me. And then I was the quarterback, and my brother, who's taller than me now, he's like 6'10", he was like a corner wide receiver. So anyway, a punter, kicker, kick returner.
You were the quarterback?
I was the quarterback.
You did not have to make weight? Like were you skinny?
Yeah, I was tall and skinny.
Okay.
So what happened was, because we're all kind of built like that. Everyone in my family, we're really tall and skinny when we're younger.
Yeah.
And then freshman year comes around, my dad won't let me play up on like any other level.
Yeah.
So I'm the freshman quarterback on the freshman team, and I played D-end on defense.
Okay.
So
he did not want you playing up.
He did not want me playing up still. So even though I was 6'4", like 200 pounds as a freshman. So I mean, I was big. I probably could have done something.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'd always go to all the camps and play 7-on-7 and do all these camps, and I would play tight end because I was a basketball player. So while I'm playing football, I've been on AAU teams like my whole life playing basketball.
Yeah.
That was my first love first soccer and then basketball. But so my freshman year, I played on the freshman team, and then I end up getting some good time on the varsity team, on the basketball team. So I'm like, oh, I'm not going to play football. I'm just going to be a basketball player. Well, my friends are like, hey, there's a defensive end spot open. Do you want to play defensive end on varsity? I was like, it's open. I was like, I mean, shoot, I don't know. They talked me into it. Like, I had no plan to play football. Yeah. I was out. I was like, I'm a basketball player. End up going to camp, and
was this your sophomore year? Is that what you
my
said?
sophomore
your
year?
Sophomore year.
Yeah, but I'd been going to every football camp.
Yeah.
And so I knew I could play the game, but I just had never played up or anything like that. So I go to camp down in Price, Utah. That's where we would go. And my sophomore year, I just remember every day, 3 days, going out there and just getting destroyed. Literally, I would get destroyed. The older guys would take it to me, and I just remember calling my dad in tears, and telling him, I don't know if this is the sport for me, like I don't want to play this game. And he's like, no, stay in there. You gotta trust your coaches, trust your teammates. You're all right. Like, this is good for you. Just watch. And he's like, the guys you're going up against are probably some of the best players in the state. Just watch. So sure enough, he was right. I stuck in there. I got better by the end of the week even. Like, I really got better. I could tell just when we went into the scrimmage. And then that year I was all-state in football. Like, and I didn't really know what was going on. I didn't know, honestly. And I was like, wait, what? Because I was the oldest.
All-state as a sophomore.
Yeah, and I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know this, like how sports work.
Yeah.
And like awards and stuff. I just didn't know because I was just my whole life.
You were paving the way.
I was just playing. Oldest. Yeah, I had no idea what was going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just had fun, and then that's when that was the same year I got offered my first scholarship, and I had no idea what was going on.
As a sophomore?
Yeah, I still had no idea what was going on. Like,
yeah.
It was actually, I have a really interesting story because, back to your point about my dad was a college football coach for years. 30 years. at University of Utah and BYU.
And played, right?
And he played for the Eagles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See?
So
he's like, you can't know. I don't want you playing tackle football.
I didn't know I didn't even know he played though growing up. I've told
Really?
this to people before. Yeah, I had no idea my dad even played because I didn't see any of his stuff around the house.
Yeah.
I thought he just coached. Like it was pretty crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah, so kind of a crazy football story.
Played for the Eagles.
I drafted to the Eagles.
And then where was his first coaching gig?
University of Utah.
University of Utah.
Yeah, came. Coach Mack brought him over.
Okay.
Yeah, was there. He was I just watched a video of when my dad first got the job, and Kyle Whittingham, him and Kyle were on the defensive staff together. So Kyle was the D coordinator, and my dad was part of the D line when he first got there.
How old were you when this happened?
I was little, probably 3.
So he was coaching college ball and was telling you not to play ball.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, isn't this crazy? But I think one thing that he knew was just as long as I was developing my athleticism, I could step into the football scene at any time.
Yeah.
So as long as I was doing something, like he knew he didn't want to force me because he's that guy. He's a professional athlete, football player, coach. He didn't want to be the guy to be like, you're doing this, you're doing football. So I really had to discover it for myself.
Yeah.
But it made me, I think, appreciate the game more. And then what's crazy is he ended up being my college football coach. First time ever coaching me in anything my whole life was in college. Yeah.
I think that's awesome because I feel the same way that if it was pushed on you, then you might not appreciate it as much.
Yeah.
But if he just lets you find it and figure it out, then you're going to love it.
Oh, that's what happened to me. I figured it out and I just loved it. I loved the team aspect of it. Like I loved the grind of it. And I loved being able to work hard and then go perform and kind of reap what you sow.